Picture a team that shoved everything into one LlmAgent scrape 3 sources: dedupe, summarize, score confidence, format. The prompt grew into a multi-page spec and the output started drifting because the model couldn't keep all the personas straight. Splitting it into focused agents, one per stage, fixed the regressions overnight and made each stage debuggable on its own. When one agent with tools is not enough, ADK gives you workflow agents, 3 built-in classes, each running its subagents in a fixed shape. And unlike MRF, where you wire every edge by hand, ADK is declarative. You pick the class that matches the shape, pass in the subagents, and the orchestration is implied. SequentialAgent runs subagents one after another, the output of each feeding the next. ParallelAgent runs them all at once, concurrently. LoopAgent reruns them until a subagent signals stop. And you compose them. A sequential can contain a parallel which contains agents, building any shape you need. Let me build the canonical pattern, a review pipeline. The researcher gathers 3 to 5 bullet points of facts and saves them with output_key research. Here is the new idea. Output_key. When a subagent finishes, its response is written into session state under that key. The writer's instruction then references that value as research in curly braces and ADK substitutes it in. It drafts a summary, saving to draft. The reviewer reads the draft and the research and replies with exactly approved or revised plus a reason. Then SequentialAgent just takes the 3 in a list and runs them in order. Session state is the contract between subagents. They write with output_key and read with curly brace substitution. That is the only way they communicate. It is a deliberate constraint and it pays off. Each prompt stays focused and the state object becomes your reasoning trace when something fails. For parallel work, you give 3 researchers their own output keys. Wrap them in a ParallelAgent, then feed a synthesizer that reads all 3. All 3 run concurrently, so your latency is the slowest, not the sum, though it costs roughly 3 times the tokens. But parallel is only safe when the subagents are genuinely independent. If legal needs what finance found, that is sequential, not parallel. For refinement, a LoopAgent pairs a drafter and a critic. The critic says, stop when it is good enough, otherwise returns 1 improvement. And you always set max_ iterations because a critic that is too strict will loop forever and burn your budget. Here is the honest test the lesson insists on. Do not build a workflow until a single agent demonstrably fails. The clearest sign you need one is the prompt becoming a manual. The clearest sign you do not is that 1 sentence and 1 tool list describe the job. When the work has real stages, encode them in the shape and let each agent stay sharp.